to order and start with Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. Next I have is the approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is approval of the minutes of November 9th.
I'll make a motion to approve last week's minutes.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion approved. Next is approval of claims for payment totaling $64,974.49.
I will make a motion to approve this week's claims for payment.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion approved. I have 10:02 and I will go ahead and receive bids on county home farm and conservation land lease. I have two of them in front of me. Are there any more? Nancy, did you have any more?
It's just those two.
Okay. You want to open those and read them off?
Sure. Letter opener, please.
Careful.
All right, there's a trick to that.
Here, Daryl.
Okay. First bid is from D&N Farms. Put a bid in of $292 an acre under the same terms as previous years if possible. And then we have a bid from Eric Duncan, offering a bid of $225 an acre. You want to look at him run? So I think our process was going to be that we would notify the top five bidders.
And then at next week we'll award. They have an option to bid up.
Okay. All right.
We had no other bids, so I guess top two get an option to bid up next week.
And Rick was planning to send them both a letter then?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So from there, I'm going to go to item number 7, and a request had been made for soil samples for the county home farm land. We have time to have this done so that when they have an opportunity to bid it up, that at least they know what they're bidding on. As far as fertility levels, it'll be roughly $500 if we had a company come in and do that on 10-acre grids, if you guys are interested in that.
I
don't
think
think
it'd be
we-
good information for us to have anyway. Like we had said, I don't believe it's ever been done, and I think it's something that we should be doing as a landowner. So I would make a motion to go ahead with doing the soil samples for the Hardin County farmland.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. We'll contact the company and have some samples pulled and have them back to us by next week.
Okay.
Next I have is a resolution to set the date for public hearing on development agreement. And at this time, I don't have enough information to set on that.
Allison, do you have any comments or anything?
I would
regarding
just ask that you make a motion to table it until you receive further direction.
And I'll make that motion to table until we get more information.
Okay. I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries. Now I have is acknowledge receipt of DNR determination on simmering finisher farm, Peacock Farm, Section 7 of Sherman Township.
I will make a motion to accept or acknowledge the receipt of the DNR determination in the simmering finisher farm, Peacock Farm, Section 7 of Sherman Township.
I will second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Lynn, I have Friendship Club contract addendum.
Yeah, we currently have a contract for the Friendship Club, so the region pays us based on our budget and 1/12 of that each month. But this would be a separate attachment to that contract, which would allow us to access about $3,000 of regional money, specifically for, we're calling it emergency assistance. So, I mean, we have a lot of people who come through the system that don't meet our requirements currently. And this is already being done in one or two of the other counties. So I took it to our administrative team and they were okay with it. If we would approve this, then it needs to go to the governing board tomorrow, and Ron's on that board, and so hopefully they would approve it tomorrow at their board meeting to make it effective November 1st. Just some examples of things that's been used for in other counties, like we had somebody who got a job, but their car broke down. We could pay a car repair. We could pay, somebody got a job and needed certain kind of work boots in order to do that job and didn't even have enough money, to purchase those, so it would be for that. There's just lots of things that come up that we get requests for that we're not able to help with, and this would be, regional dollars that would be available for those type of things. We would have to pay, and we're doing it through the Friendship Club, because we also already have up there what we call a Friends Helping Friends Fund, which has basically just been donation based, and it's run pretty dry. It was started with some money that the Jennings family donated back when Lou Jennings, and then when their daughter died, they donated funds, and specifically that was set up as this to help people out with those type of issues. But that's pretty well dried up, and this would allow us then to pay for it up front. We would then build the region and get reimbursed up to $3,000 a year.
And that's just for Hardin County.
Yes.
Yep. And it would be
Yes.
we would use the same application that we use now for people who want money through the Friends Helping Friends Fund, but we would
Okay.
do it, we would be kept separate from that money, because that's donation money. This would all be kept separate, and we would have to we have to send an actual invoice to the region to get reimbursed.
Okay.
It's kind of like the nurses fund
Yeah.
at school, and it does help kids be more successful at school, and this is helping adults be more successful in their endeavors.
Yeah, and even, we have general assistance, but, that's still pretty, it's utility, rent, whatever, and that's all general fund money. This helps us, we can access some money through the region to do this.
Good.
I'll make a motion to accept the Friendship Club contract addendum.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next I have is the 2016 Family Farm Credit applications.
I will make a motion to approve the 2016 Family Farm Credit applications.
I will second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Now I have is a request for lost funds for economic development from Jefferson. Would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, Basically, we have an entrepreneur from out in eastern Illinois looking to potentially locate their new business in Hardin County. So we're looking for some funds just to cover like airfare and hotel to bring him out here. It'll be a 2-day visit. We'll be meeting with both Iowa State and UNI business growth facilities. We'll also be meeting with some representatives down in Des Moines, and then yeah, the goal is to show them some facilities here in Hardin County, and hopefully beat out some of the competitors that we're up against as far as communities go. The request is for no more than $650. I've gotten a quote for the flight, and the hotels are going up and down. I'm hoping to get them at a better rate here in the next couple of days. But yeah, so no more than $650 for flight and 2 nights in a hotel.
And there's multiple areas in the county that you want to show him.
Right. So there are 3 facilities. Again, I don't want to, without getting too much into it.
Right.
It won't just be an Ackley, Iowa effort. It'll
Okay.
be an area. So.
All right.
Wear your best clothes and make a good impression.
Shine my shoes. Yeah.
Well, but seriously, good luck, Jefferson.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve the request for the local option sales tax funds for economic development, not to exceed $650.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? I know you've been working on it a lot. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hearing no more, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Now I have an action item on entering into a lease purchase agreement for secondary roads for 4 tandems and 1 single axle truck with the equipment. We had a public hearing on this back in August.
August 31st. And following Iowa Code 331.402, you can make no decision no sooner than 30 days following discussion. So that 30 days has passed, and no one has filed a petition. Correct. So we're good to move forward. I sent letters out to, actually hand-delivered to 8 financial institutions in the county. We received 2 sealed bids and 3 responses thanking us, but they were unable to compete with the low rate. So we can open those bids now. First one, Iowa Falls State Bank. Did you do my knife up?
No, wasn't me.
They should say the rate that Volvo proposed to us was 2.13%. This is 4 years. The rate from Iowa Falls State Bank is 1.84%.
1 point what?
84. Next one is Great Western Bank here in Eldora. Not a candidate for surgeon, huh? Their rate is 2.10%.
And we're doing this on 4 years.
4 years.
And we're proposing this for 4 years.
Yes. So, $250 documentation fee.
Total dollar amount?
The total amount financed would be $950,096. And then we'll have our first payment due at closing, which would be the money that we budgeted for the
Right.
trucks this year.
Okay. Any questions, comments?
Fall State Bank is being very competitive there. So,
And everybody was happy that we gave local the opportunity.
So from there, we're looking at an action to enter into a lease agreement purchase for the trucks using the, I would assume the 1.84% through Owl Falls Bank.
That's the best loan.
And I would need that in a motion.
I would make the motion to enter into the lease purchase agreement for secondary roads for 4 tandems and 1 single axle truck with the equipment at a dollar amount of $950,000.96, financed over the 4 years with Iowa Falls State Bank at 1.84% interest.
You said $950.06.
$950,000.96. $950,096.
Heck of a deal.
Yeah. A little bit of a difference there.
Maybe we should get 10.
Oh, gosh.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
I was just worried about getting all that information into the motion.
And there, since August, there was no negative comments, and they had a chance to,
Yes.
so, all right. The citizens of Hardin County speak.
Yep.
Some other comments on this. When we originally talked about this, we were looking at trying to purchase them through the years. We can get lower percentage doing a multi-purchase.
Yes.
So you can cut the rates doing it down, the cost of it, doing it down, and we got the equipment today that we're using.
And in this situation, since I've made changes to the department, the way it's operated with the equipment, we need the more trucks. We've got bodies that we need to put into the trucks. And we've got some trucks that aren't gonna make it for the next 3 years.
And I know I sat with you and Shane went through some of these trucks. Some of them are winter trucks only if we can hold them together, correct?
Yep,
I mean, they run, but
Well, they're not winter trucks, they're
they're summer trucks.
Summer trucks.
to
Summer
haul
trucks.
riprap. I mean,
Yeah.
that's,
One of them we pulled off the road altogether,
okay.
so.
And we did budget for 2 trucks this year.
yes.
Right.
And this would probably also allow us to look at purchasing a road grader as well for this
We
year.
could look at that.
Any other discussion?
Kind of goes along with us taking over the rock program, and
Yes.
snow and ice will become obsolete on our roads now. Right?
Why didn't you make that promise before then?
I appreciate your research on the type of truck. It's got a good service record. So wanted to throw that in too. All right.
No more discussion? I'm going to do a roll call.
Renee?
Aye.
Ron?
Aye.
Lance?
Aye. Motion carries. From there, utility permits.
I don't believe we have any comments today.
Secondary roads. When the trucks can be here.
When's the bridge is gonna be open, right?
I thought you opened it already.
Steamboat Rock
is open.
looks
Oh, I was
good.
going to say, I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The two down by Whitney should be open this week, if they're not open today. And then we gave the go-ahead to PCI, the bridge, what is that?
Pilings.
Right,
Yeah.
to do the maintenance. It's a mile west of S-27, the bridge, so we're gonna
Right.
do the deck. We had an engineer's estimate of $100,000 to fix that bridge, and they came in with $61,000.
And they haven't looked at the X Avenue yet.
They have, but their heart dropped when they heard what the engineer's estimate was and then what their bid was, so they want to not give us a number quite yet.
Okay.
Also, when we had our bridge inspection delivery, I asked Calhoun and Burns to go through and look at our bridges and see, we may have more bridges that are good candidates for rehab.
Mhm.
There's a lot of wooden pile out there with concrete decks. And the wood rots, but the concrete deck
Right.
is fine. So if we can do more of this rehab, that might be a much better use of money.
Want to explain a rehab?
Just a rehabilitation. They'll drive new pile, you know, depending on the bridge and the structure, type of abutment, whatever. But sometimes you drill a hole in the deck, drive new pile through, and then you concrete it back in, and then, you know, in essence, you're building new abutments. So.
The life wouldn't be as long as a brand new bridge, but you're gonna have.
You're gonna extend it quite a while.
Yes, you will.
Yep.
For a lot less.
Yep. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Well, from there, got anything else for us?
The railroad project is finished south of Alden also.
Okay. Any other
Is it any
business?
smoother, Justin?
Oh, yeah.
Is it? Okay. If it's Justin approved, we're happy.
It's good. My truck tires appreciate it.
Any other business from there? Hearing none, I can ask for adjournment.
I'll move to adjourn.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. Thank you.
Thanks, folks.